All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Limitless Crypto. My name is Lorenzo Corrado. I'm here to entertain you today, to have a good time, and most importantly, make some money in the cryptocurrency market. Hope you guys are doing well here. Hope you guys had a good time already the last couple of streams. This is already stream number 6. Looking forward to keep going every single day to provide you with the best possible setups, trades, you name it, analysis. Everything that we're doing here is for a reason, okay? I'm extremely happy to have you here right now. And once again, thank you for the support. The beginning, we're growing nice and steady. And most importantly, we have been extremely accurate with all these beautiful charts lately. So gives me the motivation to keep killing it, all right? Keep crushing the markets and keep you updated at all times here. Okay. Right away, guys, let's go into our Discord here. As always, we have a bunch of new wins that we have to talk about right here. Man, absolutely crazy. If you just literally scroll through all the wins right now in the section here, cannot even comprehend them anymore. That's how absolutely savage it is here. We have Frank says another banger from Terminator Tim. Thank you, Trader Tim. This is one of our mentors in the crypto VIP section. We have Derek says, nice to wake up and see TP hit on these two trades. Took Trader Tim's trade from yesterday on Bitcoin and a trade on SNX based on the analysis during the Lorenzo Corrado YouTube live stream. Thank you, guys. Bitcoin and SNX. Amazing film, man. Congratulations. Antonis, also fantastic today. And Marton, again, as always, this is what we're doing, guys. So if you like what we do here on a day-to-day basis, make sure you smash up that like button and you hit the notification bell. Very important to subscribe as well. This will push us further into the algorithm. And you know how it goes. Once we are monetized, things will absolutely go to the moon. Okay? Very importantly, if you want to trade with us, okay, and all the signals that are given for free, we have been giving over 100 signals in the last month, okay? With over a 65% win rate, 350% portfolio growth if you risk 1%. Then go into our video right now, click on the link in the description, join our Discord #1. Secondary, sign up as an affiliate with the Limitless Trading Academy with Bitget. I think this is the best exchange to use. I use it myself right now as well, every single day here. Why? It's safe, it's easy to use, and it's just working as of how it should be. So you click on the link here, you sign up with Bitget, you have then a UID number right there in the top corner. You fill this in right here at the get instructions manual, okay? So you go to the VIP instructions, get VIP access, and then we grant you access within 12 hours. And then you can join our signals for free, including the course that I've created here explaining exactly how I analyze the market. You guys been knowing I'm a big fan of correlations and, market structure and everything. Very deep explanation on how we use it. So you can look at this video already if you want to. But again, it's all in there. Takes you 3 hours and you get exactly what I'm doing here. Now, let's go into the charts here because we have a couple of things to discuss, a couple of trades that we're currently in, a couple of actual analysis that we still have to look into right now. But as you guys can see from the title, okay, is this an altcoin bull trap? We're going to talk about this today because we have seen people getting very bullish right now. We have seen a lot of, guys starting to become on Twitter, especially becoming extremely bullish again, talking about how Bitcoin can break this resistance and so on, and how we're going to see a strong Bitcoin right now happening in the near future. However, I do think that there are some key confluences that we have to take in consideration before actually starting to think or take Bitcoin's bullish momentum serious, okay? And I think that momentum is not there yet. I have a couple of confluences that I'm personally looking at right now and of why I personally believe that we might, I'm not a magician, a little bit, we might be looking at one more reversal to the downside before actually start coming up. And us as traders, we do not care about the market going down or going up. We just want to make money. We're in for the money, up or down, whatever it is. We are here to make it happen. Okay, so what do we have here? Number one, liquidations. A ton of liquidations are still below right now at the $43,000. I think this is an important key level for Bitcoin. And if you simply look at the $43,000 on Bitcoin right here, we take this to, let's say, the 1 hour chart, okay? Then, or like keep it on the 50-minute, that's fine. Then you can see here that this is indeed a nice range around the $43,000 that we might be retesting here, okay? If that's the case, we're gonna come down and we're gonna drop a little bit further, all right? That could be another 2% move, but most importantly, what's important to mention here is that we have creating also a very, very clean trend right now that we just have broken, okay? We have just broken a major trend right here. So we created the first high, we then consolidated, we then built that new liquidity, we pushed the people out that went short early, we topped out again, and now we have kind of that double M formation, or that M formation that we created, including that break, and also including that structure to the downside here, okay? I will get to a second here of why I personally believe that altcoins are potentially be able, could potentially suffer from this. But most importantly, what we have to take in consideration now is, of course, this pullback, because this pullback is going to be an absolute key momentum, a key confirmation for Bitcoin if we eventually will get rejected here and come down further. But most importantly, we also have to look at a couple of other charts in order to establish our, bias here. So number one, the Tether dominance, okay? You guys know it, right? We talked about this already for the last 2 to 3 days. We said if the Tether dominance is a resistance, then Bitcoin might be at support or find some support. Therefore, we might be coming up. And if the Tether dominance breaks out to the upside, we might be coming down, right? If people are selling their Tether to buy Bitcoin, Tether goes down and the Tether dominance goes down and Bitcoin goes up, and the other way around. If people are selling their Bitcoin back into Tether, right? Especially if Bitcoin is losing its dominance as well. Now, what's important to mention is that we are currently at a crucial level, okay? And keep in mind that this was the lowest point of Tether, all right? The lowest point of the Tether dominance. This particular low right here created a massive expansion to the upside. We failed to come up higher. We know where we got rejected from. We talked about this previously already. But now we have been building that liquidity here. Like we said before, we're going to go and we're going to take out that liquidity that has been taken out right now. But now we are back at the lows right here, okay? And we have to now pay very close attention to this range, because this range could be where we could bounce from, okay? Just a simple retest of a range that caused an expansion, now is pulling back to the lows. And again, look at all of that liquidity I've been building right now to the upside. When a trend gets too clean and too clear, okay, then we have to be careful. That's when you have to start paying, a little bit more attention to the chart itself here, because this is where a lot of people would assume that we are going to come down and continue to come down. But at some point, what's going to happen, you're going to see an explosive move to the upside here. So again, as long as we stay above this particular range, we should be still considering a Bitcoin short, an altcoin short. If we start breaking below this range, we might be thinking differently. We might be invalidated and then can start thinking about, something else here. Now, there is one more chart that I would like to talk about, and that is the Bitcoin dominance, because the Bitcoin dominance is coming down at this particular moment, okay? So I just want you to get this. So if the Bitcoin dominance is coming down and the Tether dominance is coming up, right? And Bitcoin is coming up and the Tether dominance is coming down, then you have to understand that more money is still flowing into altcoins, okay? Bitcoin is losing its momentum over the altcoins right now. So what the best case scenario will be for us to look for short setups, especially on altcoins in a second tier, is for the following reason. We want to see the Bitcoin dominance coming back down towards this green box at 53.3%. And the reason why is if we come down towards this low, and this is a simple low, this is a high, this will bring us back towards the 618 Fibonacci right here, okay? In premium territory right now, we are coming at this range. We created a nice expansion from this range. It left us with some liquidity right now. If we take this out right here, then we might be holding and start consolidating around this level. If the Bitcoin dominance finds its support here, okay, and the Tether dominance is breaking above, and the Bitcoin dominance shoots up again while Bitcoin is coming down, because the Tether dominance is coming up, altcoins will absolutely get destroyed in the very short term. So you're going to see these big, aggressive, chunky moves right here okay, to the downside on altcoins. So if you are a trader and you're trading on the, let's say the hourly, the 30-minute, 50-minute or lower, then this is a key moment to pay very close attention to what we are currently seeing here, okay? This is what you need to do. Be patient for that feedback of Bitcoin pushing up. If we see that rejection, Bitcoin dominance finds support, Tether dominance creates a higher high, okay? Because then we have a lower low, a higher high. Then we can start thinking about a higher low, and that could mean a breakout for the Tether dominance and a breakdown for the altcoins here. So for investment purposes, we can be extremely patient still. There is no need to put your money and deploy right now because we do not have that confirmation yet. For traders, this might be a killing opportunity in the next coming hours for us to look at what's currently going on here. So again, keep a very close eye on what we're seeing here. So far, it is still the case that the Tether dominance is getting rejected and that Bitcoin at this particular moment is pushing up again. But again, most importantly, a higher high followed by a lower low, a lower high will give us the confirmation that we need here. Now, let's make sure you guys smash up that like button one more time here. That really, truly helps with growing the channel. In the meantime, let me look at the chat real quick on my phone. Let's see what we have with us today. Let's say hello to the guys that are here once again. Before we continue with our beautiful trader, we're still in that wood trade, by the way, from yesterday. We talked about this right here. Who remembers this? If you remember this trade setup yesterday, press A1. We are currently still in that wood trade right now. At the moment here, we're aiming for a nice $1,000 profit trade. If we reach our target, that would be nice. We're doing a challenge from $1,000 to $10,000 to prove that if I can do it, you can definitely do it. So for that particular reason, let me quickly look in the chat and let's see what we have. Okay, we have Derek Cohen. What's happening, man? How are you doing? Great to see you, man. Martel, let's go. She's what a beautiful day. Absolutely, brother. Crypto Pro Trader was just there at the other on the other live stream on my main channel. So great to see you again. Marton as well. Great to see you too, brother. Absolutely incredible. Billy Joe, Thomas, Marton, Nabosha, great to have you. Liam, Kazi, my man, and Pavel, nice to see you too, bro. Okay. Absolutely amazing. Let's make sure today we keep the chat nice and active, okay? This will help us tremendously. Let's keep the chat active here. Throw some setups my way, my direction. You know how we roll, okay? What we're always doing is we're looking at as many setups as possible this session right now. Then we're gonna chart them and we're gonna look for the right trading opportunities in the very short term, okay? So not long term, very short term, okay? We're trying to see how we can take advantage of particular trading setups. And what we want to do, we want to have at least 5 different setups in our chart every single stream. So this last time we had 3. I want to have at least 5. I think that's better for us. I think that we have a variety of trades that we can take every single day. And then we constantly have the feedback from these trades, from the streams. And we can just keep going and just making more money together. Okay, that would be incredible. So today, woo, played out perfectly, okay? We talked about this range, the consolidation, the expansion, the retracement. Like we said before, we have the point of control. The point of control is an area where the most volume has been traded in a range. So the way it pretty much works is the following, okay? You have higher highs, higher lows, or lower lows, lower highs, doesn't really matter. And then at some point you start consolidating, right? That could be an accumulation for one more expansion to the upside, but it could also be a distribution for a break to the downside, okay? Then usually what tends to happen after this, you start to see that after that consolidation or the distribution phase, you start to continue its momentum to the upside and retrace back towards that range. Why? Because this is an area where many orders were placed, where a lot of liquidity was built. And for that particular reason, what tends to happen is that when they take out the previous liquidity built up here, they tend to come down. And then usually we have a couple of key levels. We have the point of control, the value area high, the value area low. At this particular moment, we came back up to the point of control. And you see that that was the moment that we got rejected from. That could lead into continuation to the downside, or if you break to the upside, pullback, continuation to the upside. We call this consolidation, expansion, retracement, okay? Any direction, it depends on the market structure around it. So when looking at Wu here, what we're looking for is the following. We saw a nice range to the upside, right? Very, very clean. So we saw a nice range to the upside here. We saw that consolidation. We saw that expansion. And we saw that retracement. Let me see if I can highlight this real quick right here. Let's see what we have here. We have some positions also. There we go. Yeah, so what we do, we came up, okay? Then we started the distribution here. So that's that consolidation, okay? After that consolidation, we created an expansion, okay? So that was this expansion. Then we draw the fixed range warrant profile from left to right of that range, and it gave us a red line. That's the point of control. It tapped into the point of control beautifully. That's our entry, okay? Our stop loss is then above the highs, and we target, obviously, the lows right here. So if Bitcoin helps us a little bit right now with getting rejected here, and if the Bitcoin dominance holds support like it's doing right now already, fantastic, and Tether starts breaking out, boom. This will absolutely come down super hard right here, okay? So that's what we're looking for. Right now, we're looking for that continuation. But again, it's that consolidation, that expansion, that retracement, that gives us an entry, stop loss above here, and we target the lows of the previous range. Then it's all about creating a higher low or a lower low, okay? If it's a lower low right here, we can start thinking about looking for a lower high. So that means that we can actually start thinking about scaling up our position if it matters. If it's a higher low, we close our position and we will particularly take some profits and just look for the next possible trade. All right, so that's Wu. That one played out perfectly. Now let's look at Injective. We talked about Injective as well yesterday. This one eventually did came up. Same thing, okay? Look at what it did. Consolidation, expansion, retracement to the point of control. Boom, massive reaction to the downside here. I missed out on this trade right here. I was sleeping. Unfortunately, cannot take every single trade. I didn't place my limit order because I didn't was sure if we were gonna bounce from this low, because that would have then changed my bias here. So it was either we push up and come down, or we come down and we push up. We did came up and we pushed down. So in this case right here, that was how we came up. So we consolidated, we tapped it to the point of control right here. That would have been your entry right at the point of control. Stop loss above the highs right there, okay? And then we targeted, of course, at least the lows. I would have not maybe targeted the lower lows. I think this was a clear TP point because we could easily bounce from support here. So 3.4 to 1, fantastic. Could have been a nice trade opportunity. I missed it myself, but hey, that's just how it is always. Okay, there are a zillion opportunities in crypto, thousands of cryptocurrencies out there here. So it's our goal together as a team on these live streams to just go over the setups. If we can do that consistently together, then we will have winning trades together every single day. We are also not going to win every trade, but we're definitely not going to lose every trade. Okay, our goal is to turn this into a consistent winning strategy. Right here, okay? Couple of key factors in place. So if you are in for that and you want to do this with us together and you want to start building this community out and you want to start trading with me every single day, then press a W in the chat and let's make it happen, okay? Now, what's next for Injective? Well, Injective came down from the point of control around 10%, a 10% dump, all right? Why was that? Well, we had a bunch of liquidity built up as well here, okay? We cannot neglect the liquidity that was built up right here. You could see clearly that it tapped into the point of control and then it broke the trend. So you are already in a position before the trend was broken, okay? Absolutely incredible right here. You can see clearly that we are looking for further continuation now, okay? Injective was perfect. Now we had another one that was SNX, and something happened here with my chart where I believe my chart got deleted from yesterday. So I think I need to look it back real quick. We were at a, we look at shorts for SNX, right? We were looking at shorts from, yeah, it was a small trade, a small scalp here. So we had this range right here. Okay, this was yesterday. Same thing. So we had this consolidation range right there. I don't know why it's not working. Let me see. Okay, it's not working. Let's see if, is this one working? Yeah, this one is working. Okay, let's go to SNX. We came back towards this range yesterday. There we go. Same thing, guys. It's crazy how accurate this tool is, how we've been using it together. It's absolutely crazy. So this was the point of control. As you can see it right here. We reacted from it, okay? And we started to come down. I think we dropped around 2% after that. We came to this low. And from there we came up here. So this would have been probably... I'm not gonna lie, this would have been a break-even trade. This would have not been, unless you've taken some profits at the break, but unless that, it would have been a break-even trade. Because you know always when you reach a point of control, and when you then break the initial low that put in the high, so the high put in the new low, okay, you break structure, that's when you put your stop loss and break even. So, okay, this one, overall good. But nothing crazy. Injective was crazy, and Woo is looking very, very nice at the moment as well here. So yeah, I'm doing $1,000 to $10,000 challenge for crypto as well. I do it for Forex as well. I'm doing it for crypto as well to show that it's possible. So if I can do it, then you can do it right here. Okay, perfect. Now let's see what else we have here, guys. Let's go over a couple of other charts here. Because this is a nice beginning. Okay. Throw me some charts here. That would be absolutely amazing. Why don't you trade Forex anymore? I do trade Forex. I always show my trades as well here. Trade Forex live. I've done 200 streams in this year. So a lot of streams. A lot of streams this year. So let's see. Okay. Throw me some charts, guys. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me do our analysis here. Let's make it happen. SNX is still on the downside right now. The Tether dominance is holding strong. Okay. We are looking at this low here for the Tether dominance. If you hold here, fantastic. If the Bitcoin dominance holds here, also good. Okay. If you take this to the 30-minute, we are now seemingly holding at this low. So it's important that the Bitcoin dominance is at support. The reason why that is because if the Bitcoin dominance is actually at support and comes up when the Tether dominance comes up and Bitcoin comes down, altcoins will come down faster. Okay, so if we are shorters and we're looking for an opportunity now in the short term, then altcoins will potentially come down faster than Bitcoin will come down. So that's very important to know. Make sure that this is the case here. Okay, let's make our new watch list, guys. Let's remove this one. Let's keep Woo open. We're still in this trade. So let's look at a couple of new ones right here. What are we going to do today? The Crypto Noob says, Kaz Rune. Okay, let's start with Rune Kazi. Okay. Yeah, so we had Rune right here. Okay, lower low. Wow, look at how this followed up as well. By the way, this was from around 3 days ago. Okay, we created a lower low. We said we wanted it to come down. We then wanted it to come up. We then wanted it to break out. And around this moment, this is like a key moment that we're exactly at that level right now, where we are looking at where we find this support. This is key. This is absolutely key here. So, okay. Let's see what we can do here. Very, very interesting. So right now, what's important to mention though, is that we failed to break this high still. So that doesn't want me to go in long. Okay, because yeah, you could say, okay, Rune right now is breaking out to the upside. Fantastic, we're breaking out of a trend and so on and so on. So it's like, it's bullish. That's not always the case when you break out of a trend. You always have to confirm it with your other confluences. In this case right here, you can see that this particular low did not create a higher high. So when that happens, you have to be careful. And the reason why is because if you look at a lower low and not a higher high here, you might create a new lower low, right? It's pretty straightforward. That higher high would have been a nice reclaim. So that didn't happen. Now, what's important to mention, I know where we're heading back here. Let's clean it up real quick, okay? And let's come back towards that low here. We had this low set up. There we go. 30-minute. Nice trend. Yeah. So this lower low is still a rejection point, okay? I would be careful with longing here. I know it's very tempting to long right here, but it's not the case. We might be pushing down still lower. So at this particular moment, I definitely want to look at a couple of key confluences before we move further here. And that is the lower time frame. Let's look at the lower time frame. Ilion says, does SMC work for crypto? Yes, SMC works even better lately than I've seen in Forex. It's crazy, actually. A lot of money to be made in crypto right now. A lot of money. All right, there's enough volume happening. It's all about volume. The volume is absolutely key. Okay, so we saw that rejection. There we go. I don't know why it's not loading here, guys. Let me see what we can do. Rune. Okay. So Bitcoin right now is coming up here. Okay, this is the first thing that we need to know. We need to know what Bitcoin is doing at this particular moment. Very important. Okay, so Bitcoin is getting maybe rejected here. So this is the first thing that we need to know. Now, coming back towards Rune. Okay, we're seeing that we failed to break this high. We created a higher high. We're now creating a lower low. We're now creating a lower high. Okay, so it came down from this point where we saw that when it changed. We looked weaker right here at this particular moment. We came down, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And then looking at a lower low. Okay. Now, what I think is important to mention is the following. I think we should take it to the lower time frame. And I want to see coming up a little bit. I want to come to this high. This is the high I want to come to. Why? I think they want to push price up first. Liquidate some shorters. Come back down, gives us the opportunity for Bitcoin to come back up slightly more, for the Bitcoin dominance to come down towards that main level. And I think that from there on, it's going to get very difficult for Rune to break the lows here. So if we can break this low, then that will be absolutely fantastic here. Okay, let's see if we can do that and come up here. So for now, it's not, in my opinion, the perfect setup. But there is a potential scenario if we come up here that we kind of create a triple top formation and then just come down back towards the lows here. Okay, that's what I think is potentially what can happen here. Okay, so let's see how we perform here. Let's see how we do it. Okay. Okay, next one. What do you think about Gala? Okay, thank you, Gala. Indeed, we're going to talk about this one. The crypto noob says Cos. Okay, let's look at Cos right now. Okay, we cannot short this right here. At least not on Bitget here. Let's see what we have on the other exchanges right now. Okay, let's just have a look at it from this angle. Okay, let's start out with the higher time frame. Massive expansion. We knew this. This was the first level of resistance here that we broke. After that, we saw an expansion of around 190%. And then we saw a pullback right here. Okay, so we saw this particular level right now. We're getting rejected from this particular level. Okay. One second, guys. There's something off with my keyboard. Trying to fix it, but don't know what's going on here. Okay, give me one moment. There we go. Let's see if this works. Give me one moment, guys. Let's go back to gas. Yeah, perfect. Okay, fantastic. Everything good. Okay, so oh man, this is actually looking like it wants to come down. You have this low, you have the breakout. This is where you're now in between. You broke resistance here, so you had a nice area of support. You broke that support. You closed below that support. Now it's looking like we're looking a little bit weaker. So this is a nice 4-hour low that created an expansion here. We're looking good overall. But based upon the hourly, look at this. Whenever you see this getting built up here, okay, you have to be careful. All right, this is starting to look weaker. And what we see right now is simply that consolidation, expansion at retracement, rejection, continuation down here. So I'm not a big fan right now of cost here, especially not yet. I think we could come a little bit lower. And I think this could be another, maybe even 20% down here, especially with the confluence that we were just talking about. I would be cautious right now for cost if you are an investor, at least. I'm not sure if you can trade it on futures as well. Yes, you can. Okay, then this could be a perfect short opportunity right here. Okay, on the 30-minute, the way we're building that liquidity here smells like it's gonna get taken out at some point. Okay, so this could be a nice level to look at. This was the 2-hour chart here. Look at this high. So this was that consolidation, right? This was that expansion. This was that retracement. That was that rejection. Now we have a bunch of liquidity below. So this could lead into downwards momentum here, continuation here. Very, very similar behavior. So yes, we are moving up. But the question is, for how long are we going to move up right now? Okay, so now this smells like it's going to get taken out at some point. When I look at this range, this is a nice range overall. Go to lower time frame. 10-minute. Yeah, rejection here. Yeah, what you want to see is what we want to see is the following. So we want price to push us up towards this high and then a rejection right here. This is the higher high. This is a lower low. 70.5, 79%. This was that high that created like a massive sell-off. You see that? So, for example, we had this compression, okay? We started to break out of that compression. Then we always have to look at what was the high that broke it. This was the high that broke it. This is where it all started. So this is where you draw that zone from, okay? This is where you want to draw the Fibonacci from. You will come back towards the 88% right here. You want to push us up. And if you can get to this high, then that's the best case scenario for you and the safest trade option. Why? Because then you can enter a short here. You put your stop loss above it. And we then target the lows here. All that liquidity below. So now your risk to reward is right away a nice 4-to-1. And that could turn into a bigger move, into a runner, in case the market actually starts coming down here. So I think it's important to wait for price to push us up a little bit more before we start looking at a trade opportunity. Another layer could be, okay, the following. A breakdown, simple below the zone. But be careful, because this is where people are going to get wrecked. Okay, people are going to short this when this breaks, right? A trend line break. They think, oh, then I need to enter short. Well, look at this low. This low created a strong expansion to the upside. That higher high was created as well. So now you have a higher high. And if you then want to enter on a break, you enter at a higher low. You enter where that high was created from. So this is how people get wrecked. They think a trend line breaks, so we're going to dump. And then when it happens, they think, yes, fantastic. But the structure itself is showing you that we're not there yet. So what you want to see is an enter. You want to have an entry a little bit higher. This high, it increases your chance of being profitable and of being secured. And if you then break that trend, you are already in position and you can already enjoy your profits. Maybe even take some profits, or most importantly, put your stop loss on break even. Okay, so where people are entering, your stop loss is secured. So that's why we're only looking at this high right now, especially when the structure is that aggressive, where you create a low that aggressively moves up here for Costa right here. Very important thing to take consideration. But overall, I'm gonna add this one to the watch list and let's see how this one operates. Okay, there we go. We have this in our list for tomorrow. Fantastic. All right. Let's go to the next one. Okay. In the meantime, Woo is doing what it's doing. Okay. It's coming down here. Fantastic. This is what we want to see. Let's keep it up right here. We have Kazi. He asked for Rune. We talked about Rune, Kazi, my man. All good. Derek says NTRM. Buys. Okay. NTRM. I like it, man. I like it, Derek. Thank you for being here once again. Great to have you, bro. Okay. There we go. Okay. Man, bro, this is crazy. So this has just got released, like, let's say a month ago on the Binance Futures Exchange here. Okay, so this was a break. Once again, we know how to trade this, right? So we have a weekly closure and we break out this weekly range. So you know what the funny thing is? You can actually day trade on the weekly time frame. Okay, I will teach you how later on, but you can day trade on the weekly time frame. And people think like, how is that possible? Well, that's definitely possible, and I will show you exactly how next time. Okay, so we broke out of it, we close it. Okay, next candle pulls down and we flip it. We flip bullish entry, boom, stop loss below, done. You go back to the next level. You close a candle, 3 weekly ranges. You start again building resistance. You break out, done. Okay, where's the next support? Next support is right here, right now. Okay, this is where the next support is at. This is where we close this candle right here. This is where we have 3 candles above right now. So we're still looking at bullish momentum and continuation. There is no need for us to think about shorting yet for this one right here. Okay. Now, based upon this, we go to the lower time frame. We go to the 4 hours chart. All right. Once again, we created a high. This low created that high. We bounced from this low multiple times here. So let's take this to the hourly chart. And you see that consolidation, expansion, retracement. We came to it multiple times. Now we're breaking structure to the upside. So where a lot of them are bearish, this one is actually doing very good and is looking very strong. So this particular internal low came up, came down. We're holding here. We expand again, 50-minute. Okay, so we started at the weekly. We're now at the 50-minute time frame. This is a nice level to look from a low. This is a high. Let's look at this particular range right here. Okay, this is the 107.75. Okay, so $1.0775 mini cents, something like that. Okay, anyways, let's look at this low, this high. Let's look for a pullback, look for a continuation if that's the case. This is looking very, very strong. I think there's an easy way where we go back to this high here. The weekly structure is still looking way too strong to look for shorts right here. Looking very, very good. Okay, let's see how this develops here over time here. But that's another case scenario. Okay, we can also add some long setups in the charts here. I would not take it if the market comes down, obviously, but if the market shifts, then we have another trade setup. Okay, so it's always good to look at multiple different, setups we're looking for. some longs, some shorts, and then based upon the sentiment of the market, we can decide which one we're gonna actually trade here. So this is a great one to look at. Add it to the watch list. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. IOX, I think. Gavin Antis is IOT. IOTX, there we go. IOTX. All right, breakout. Strong breakout, wow. Strong breakout, weekly break, double break. Very, very strong. This was the confirmation. Again, same thing, right? So this was a move of around 120%. Easy money, okay? We closed above this. Next candle came down. It created a bottom wick. It flips bullish. That's when you buy. Boom. As an investor, that's the buy signal, okay? Easy money. Now we're looking at the 4 hour. Let's see how we react here. Okay, 4 hour creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Very, very normal so far. Yeah, nothing really crazy to see on this one. This is a high to look at support. This could be a nice area of demand. Depending still, as long as you stay above this high, you're still positive. You still can look for continuation. I mean, you're in the middle of a range right now, right? So you're in the middle of an expansion. This is not where you want to look for trade setups. This low, this high. We either want to look at a nice breakdown and a pullback up here to look for a trade, or we want to look for a confirmation back down to then look for a trade back up, okay? So this is where the magic happens. This might be good. If we pull back down here and we bounce off this high, we might be looking at a trade as well. Then you just simply go to the lower time frame, okay? You wait for price to pull back down, tap into that support, then create a higher high right away, higher low, and then you take your trade to the upside. If the market gives you that potential confirmation. Not my favorite though for now, at this particular moment, okay? What else do we have here? Bitcoin in the meantime right now is still pushing up here. We're still waiting for it to come back towards its range. So far, it's still holding up quite nicely. The Tether dominance though is trying to break out. Okay, it's trying to expand to the upside here. But again, a wick is not a breakout. You want to see at least a body closure confirmation, okay? That's what you want to see, 100%. So, higher low confirmation only works one way. Waiting for a higher low, higher high, and then we can see Bitcoin probably coming down as well here. So again, I'm still for now waiting for that to happen. So these shorts are actually getting activated here. Okay. Derek says, enjoying Limitless, mate. That's amazing. Great to hear. Zar says, Bitcoin check, please. Bart Sims says, how the fuck do we only have 55 viewers here? Lorenzo literally teaching how to get rich and no one's watching. We're just getting started, my friend. New channel. This is the beginning of our big journey together. All right, that's how it's gonna be. Just so you know, right here. Okay. Okay. What else do we have here? Can you do a lower time frame Bitcoin? Yeah, so on the 15 minutes, we're now here on the lower time frame. I mean, let's remove what we're seeing here. I do think that we're gonna make this move so far. Lower time frame trade. I mean, I would be patient. This is a clear break of structure to the downside, right? So you create a higher high, you expand aggressively. You take out some of the liquidity. You want to push up there now. What's happening is that we take out people that were shorting here, that are putting very tight stop losses. There's too much liquidity for it not to come back up here. So you want to see price pulling back to the 44K before moving back down. So let's see how it goes. Let's see what we have here. We have a couple more. Crypto News says Litecoin. Yes, sir. How's Litecoin performing? Litecoin is actually being much weaker than most of them, right? There's not much hype and momentum now behind Litecoin. Litecoin has always been a bit of a weird crypto in regards to the momentum. Sometimes it gains its momentum, but you literally don't hear anything from Litecoin in that sense, okay? But at this moment on the daily, this is not looking strong at all. This is actually looking terrible if you look at Litecoin right here, okay? So this is a daily range. Take that in consideration. Value area low. Okay, rejection. We saw this range. We expanded. Retracement. Rejection. Now, strong rejection. 4 hour. Rejection. Okay, you came down here. You came absolutely twice. This was the perfect short opportunity right here. Okay, on the 4 hour, we're going to go to the lower time frame. This is looking it's looking weak. Okay, so again, same thing here. We saw the same move happening around here as well. So we created like a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high. We ranged again, so consolidation, expansion, retracement again, and now we're already on our way to the downside here. So this smells like downside continuation on the 15-minute. I can see it already. Nice range. Value area low on the lower time frame. Consolidation, expansion, retracement, pulling back. Rejection. 5-minute. This is kind of a nice range to look at. I would still look at the 15-minute once again. Let's draw the Fibonacci from this high to low. 618 rejection. No, this is the 15-minute here. Okay. Okay, well, it's possible to look for a reaction here at the 70.6 and to look for a continuation down with confirmation. Okay, with confirmation at the lower time frame here. This is looking not that strong whatsoever. If you push up here, then the first level to look at here is 70.55 to be exact. If you want to wait for confirmation, I highly recommend you to do so on the lower time frame, because if you then break like a 5-minute low, then you can enter a right away market and you put your stop loss above the highs. The stop loss at 70.9, take profit at 69.0. So 69, let's say. If not lower, to be honest. This is not looking good. I was thinking about this low, okay? Yeah, this is definitely interesting. I'm gonna add this to the list, my friend. Thank you, bro. Beautiful, already at 46 likes right now. We're just in it to win it here. Make sure that if you're just watching right now, you smash up that like button here. That's crazy. By the way, we just did another banger, I believe, from Tim as well. I think he just gave a new signal out. Yeah, just 2 hours ago here. Beautiful. Okay, Lorenzo, a bit off topic, but would you be buying any meme coins at present? I bought the token Elmo and it appears to have been rock pulled. Yeah, a lot of rock pulls, so be careful. Obviously, you know that the meme coin niche is extremely popular, but it's extremely dangerous, okay? Extremely dangerous. So, I have invested in a couple of them before. I am now invested in a coin called Grumpy Cat. And the reason why is because it's the first meme coin on the BRC20 chain. However, like I said, this is no financial advice. This is highly risky, okay? I'm already in profit 100% right now. So I can take my money out now and be, have a little moon back with me for the next couple of months and see how it goes. Okay, so I highly recommend you to do your own research before making any radical decision in that manner, okay? So Litecoin bearish. We have added this to the list here. Let's see what we have here. Bobby says, hi Lorenzo, can you please look at Near for a short? Okay. Martin says, tell your guys or friends to watch this. Push the algo, everyone deserves this. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, bro. Okay, let's do it. Near. That's a good one. Let's put this one here. There we go. Yeah, so Near came up. I highlighted it before. Weekly resistance is at where we're right now. We're right at weekly resistance. Wow. Okay, look at this weekly candle structure. Okay, this is gonna be the biggest resistance for Near. I saw it in a split of a second. We have this weekly level. Look at this weekly candle here. And I want to ask in the chat right now, what does this candle do? What does this candle do? Let me know in the chat here. We talked about it before. Okay, I'll tell you guys. All right, we broke structure. We took out the lows here. This was the start of a major expansion to the downside. Okay, so this is where we had that massive compression, right? We were compressing. We broke down. This was the last high before that breakthrough moment. Okay, that's why that level is key. This is on the weekly, guys. Do take into consideration. We're finally back there. Okay, so right now we are in weekly resistance. Okay, that's good. If you're looking at short setups, that's good. That's where you want to be. Okay, the higher the time frame confirmations, the better it's going to be for your trade. Okay, 15-minute now created a low. Look at that. The 5-minute is creating a low. Look at that right here. We're already seeing it coming down right now. This is on the 10-minute chart here. We are in weekly resistance. We tapped out in a high. We're building up the liquidity. We came down. We created a lower low. We look at a lower high. We're looking at a lower low. If that's the case, you're going to come back towards this high, which will be at 304.150. So this could be a short. This could be a short opportunity right here, right now. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is actually holding up here. Okay, this is a nice reaction so far. I like this initial move. Tether is at support. Okay, we are at support for Tether right now as well here. So let's keep a very close eye on the Tether chart here. Let's look at Bitcoin. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. If we're getting rejected here, if we are coming up here from this higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low, if we're seeing this move right now happening, we're getting rejected here. And the Tether dominance is showing us some demand. Then Rune could be, not Rune, sorry, Near could be a nice trade to the downside right here. Okay. Very important. Lorenzo, I have an important question. Do I need to verify identity in Bitget? It depends on the country. I'm not sure, to be exact. For a very long time it was not the case, but it might have changed. So just please confirm it. I have or do not have directly answer for friends if that's the case. Okay. Yeah. So Near, this is a short. This is a short. This is definitely a possibility here, based upon the weekly time frame and based upon how we are currently behaving here. This is a weekly resistance, a higher high, lower low. And at the same time, we have that trend here. We're compressing tightly as well. This screams like we want to push down here. So we could be looking at a short here or Near. Main level is at 3.323. Let's look at Near here. Just so guys, we're doing a $1,000 to $10,000 challenge. Okay. If I can do it, you can do it. Tim is doing his own challenge, I think. I think he's doing very well with his current signals as well. No confirmation yet from the Tether dominance. No confirmation yet from the Bitcoin dominance. So we need that confirmation from the Bitcoin dominance. And a little bit from Bitcoin. And then we can trade the next leg to the downside here. And then just sell off from there. Okay? We keep a very close eye on Near. Near could be a trade that we could take within literally an hour from now. So let's highlight Near here. Really good. Thank you for sharing, my friend. Okay. Weekly resistance, super key. Let's see what else we have here. Couple more charts to look at. Nanda says AXS. AXS. Okay. For you always, my friend, Nanda. Thank you for being, bro. Great to have you here, my friend. Let's look at Axie Infinity. Okay. Now the gaming niche itself is looking a little bit better. It's recovering a little bit right now at the moment as well, if I'm correct. So that's good to see. We are looking a little bit better here. Okay, we have been coming up, but oh man, this is gonna be a big trade. This is gonna be a big trade. I can tell you that this is gonna be a big trade. Right here, GT Phone IX. Thanks for the sub, my friend. Welcome. Now this is big. This is perfect. So, consolidation, expansion, retracement, but building up liquidity before, manipulating liquidities, waving 3 times, selling off, sell off, boom, back down. Okay, this could be a major sell off for Axie Infinity to target the lows right here in that range, back towards the $6 for Axie Infinity. Okay, yes, absolutely possible. That's a 20% dump here. Based upon that, as long as Bitcoin stays in resistance right now, we're already getting rejected here. Look at that. We are looking for lower lows here. This could be the confirmation we're looking for. But Axie Infinity is pushing us up right now. Okay, we need that final squeeze to the upside for the highest probability trade setup right here. Okay, this is money, guys. This is money. This is a massive range. When we said before, right? We consolidate up. We range to the upside. Sorry, we trend up. We then distribute. Then we create a massive sell-off that has never been retested before. Then you're almost there. Okay, you shoot up. You tap into that low. You build sub liquidity to then sell off completely and to take out this whole trend that has been building up right here. Okay, that's when you break the trend. That could be your extra confirmation, whatever the case may be. What you want to do is you want to enter before that break of trend, so you have the best entry. Okay, so at this particular moment, the entry is going to be for sure at 76195. Someone's going to be a little bit higher at 7.83. That's a little bit of a higher stop loss. It's 2.7% stop loss. But the target is still a 5-to-1, at least a 5-to-1, if not bigger. And you can always look for the following. Okay, you can always wait for a move up. Very simple. You wait for the move up. You go to the 15-minute. You wait for it to get there. You wait then for a lower low. Once it's there, you're going to look for this particular structure to be broken. So you come up one more time. Right here, you create a lower low, higher high, or higher low, higher high. Then you wait for that lower low. And then you're going to enter somewhere at the lower high. Okay? That is what people call a head and shoulders pattern. We don't call it head and shoulders. We call this a higher high, lower low formation, followed by a pullback, followed by an entry, followed by a confirmation. So stop loss goes above the highs. That's your aggressive entry, okay, on the lower time frame. But you can also do a 2-hour setup right here. which is just simply going to be your trade right here. Entry here, stop loss above the point of control. Target the lows. And then on the lower time frame, we enter a second trade. This is a big one, guys. This is going to be a big one. I can tell you this already. If we manage to pull up to this level, for Axie Infinity, $7.61, we're going to short significantly. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay. Keep a close eye on Near. What's happening with Near right now? Look at that. I'm telling you. Near is looking at the verge of a breakdown here. Okay. Weekly resistance, lower low, lower high. We're looking weaker. We're looking weaker. Confirmation is Tetherdome's breakout. Bitcoin rejection. Okay, we're getting closer. Okay, anything else, guys? Let me know in the chat right here. We're in it right now for roughly an hour. I truly appreciate the support here. We're gonna be here every single day. Maybe around Christmas we take a little break, but besides that, we will be here. Okay. If you are new right now, make sure you subscribe. You hit the notification bell. Okay. It's important for YouTube to see that you're hitting the notification bell, so that when you join, and we get monetized, this new channel gets monetized, you immediately get into the algo right here, and we can grow this beautiful community as well. We're big in the Forex space, you could say. We're still small in the crypto space for now. All right, for now. Billy Joe says bake, and ACS is at low support, maybe setting up for a pretty big jump. Don't know much about them. GTB says bake. Okay, let's look at PancakeSwap right here. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that happened yesterday, right? Wow. Again, this is how you look at the trade market again. You break at support, you turn it into you break at resistance, you turn it into support, entry. You create a body closure right here. Number one. Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to trade the higher time frame. It's the easiest way to invest by far. Okay, you have a candle closure, number one. You have another candle closure below, right at the same level, number two. Okay, you open and you close there. Now you have two candles showing you a new area of resistance. This next candle flips and breaks it. Okay, that's your confirmation right there. That's where you want to look for the confirmation. If you're then on the daily, you can then look at an entry continuation to there. So if you're an investor, you would have now be up around 50% in around 2 days. Okay, super easy. Just ignore the lower time frame. Don't get confused. As an investor, look at the higher time frame, macro over micro when investing, always. Okay, when trading, different story. So let's go to the lower time frame, and let's see where we at from like previous data right here. There we go. Yeah, we're at resistance as well. We're actually breaking through it. Now we're actually breaking through it. Now Bake's looking strong. It's looking strong. Look at this 4 hour. This 4 hour candle actually hold here. Okay, you can see it. We came up. This was weekly resistance. We turned it into support. We hold here. We're still above it. So we're still holding above it right now. This is very bullish for PancakeSwap right now. The PancakeSwap is actually looking very, very good. I'm not interested in looking for shorts here. Whenever something looks this strong, and it's just above weekly resistance, turning it into support, I am not interested in looking for short sellers because my risk to reward is just simply too low to look at a trade opportunity. Okay, so looking for further continuation. Also, we have been extended so much. Maybe here, maybe around this low, and the reason why is because you have that gap below. okay? You have this this bounce from that weekly resistance here, turning it into support. You expand, you create a higher high. You have a gap, you fill up that gap, and you come back down to create a higher low to look for continuation. So either a long trade or nothing. And I would say the market conditions have to be with us. For now, we'll be careful. I think that shorting is a little bit more in our favor at this particular moment, okay? So if we see that confirmation for longs, fantastic, but so far, the Bitcoin dominance is holding up. The Tether dominance is holding up very strong at the moment here. The Bitcoin chart is looking weaker, starting to slow down. So be careful with looking for longs. If we do, however, come down and the market tends to flip bullish, you know, we have a really nice trade setup. We can take a long here. That depends. We're still going to add it to the list here. Thank you very much. Okay. The crypto news says Pepe. Pepe. We're going to look at Bonk as well, by the way. We're going to look at Bonk because that was just absolutely crazy. Okay. We are definitely going to look at Bonk as well. Let's do Pepe first. Guys, we're going to make a big list today, okay, for tomorrow. So if you're going to be here tomorrow, make sure you press a W in the chat right now, okay? Because we have a bunch of setups right now, okay? We have a bunch of winning trades right now, okay? Over the last couple of days, we want to continue the momentum. I want to see a W if you join tomorrow as well. Let's build a massive list. And then let's pool in our Discord which one we're going to trade as well. And which one we're not going to trade. But yeah, let's do Pepe right now. Crypto Momo in the building, my man. Shout out to Crypto Momo. Good to see you, my brother. When are you back in Bali, my man? Let me know. You're tired of Bali already? A little bit, or good to see you, man. Good to see you. Okay, so we took that trade from Pepe, remember? This was yesterday. No, not yesterday. This was Tuesday. The Tuesday stream. Yesterday, the trade played out perfectly. Right here. We came back towards this low and we expanded towards this high. Now I'm like, moi. This is already the third time that we're tapping into that same zone. Okay. Now we have to be careful with, you know, trading this thing because every single touch point, it's going to become weaker. This was a clear rejection, very aggressive rejection as well here. So there's a lot of selling pressure. I would not look into longs anymore. Okay, this was a winning trade. Now we're not going to look for a new entry right at that same level. Why? Because of the selling pressure. Okay, so this could flip bearish in my opinion right now. We could see further continuation. I mean, this is all nice and fun, but this is not a confirmation yet. This could easily be a rejection or further continuation back down. Let's do the fixed short profile towards the point of control. Okay, and that is still, I believe, around a 6% move to the downside. So I'm looking for shorts now, not for longs anymore. I don't fall for this one any longer. This was a nice long. This confirmation shows me that we might be pulling down. So higher high, lower low. Nice expansion. This was also a nice consolidation expansion. I bet this was the point of control. Of course, this was the point of control. Wow. For example, guys, if you simply look at a consolidation, expansion, and retracement, and you take out liquidity here, you have a very high probability trade. If the sentiment is with you, then you can turn these setups into monster trades, okay? Easiest way to make money right here. This would now be towards the lows and 11 to 1. So if you risk, let's say, $10 on a trade, you would have made $110. If you would have risked $100 on a trade, you would have made $1,100. There is a sickening amount of money to be made here by understanding market structure and simple, you know, trading mechanics with, you know, trading volume. And volume is absolutely king. That's why I created this 3.5-hour course for free that you can join right here if you are entering our VIP chat, okay? It's also free to join. Yes, it requires you to have $100. Yes, it requires you to be an affiliate of us, at least on one of these exchanges, because that's a win-win for us as well. Based upon that information, you can then join our Discord. You get access to my 3.5-hour course where I explain everything in depth, how you can leverage the correlations, how you can understand sentiment, and how you can trade and catch these kind of trades. Tim is giving the signals as well, in case you also want to, you know, learn from that. So that's a win-win, I think, for everyone. Now, for next time, I'm looking at actually have a pullback and another rejection to the downside. Okay, it's not my favorite, to be honest. So let's say I call this kind of a B setup. Okay, and based upon a B setup, I risk 50% less. That's just what I do. So for example, we have the 50% any point of control right now, right here. Okay, we might be seeing a rejection happening around the 50%. So in this case, if that's the case right here, we might be rejected at the point of control. Then you enter here at the point of control where you have your confirmation for your stop loss above the highs at 1283, and you target the point of control right below. Still a nice 4-to-1. Okay, you turn this zone into resistance. This price action right now is there. This could lead into a rejection point right here. How did you exit your Pepe long? By looking at this reaction right here, this one right here. So you look at internal market structure. Okay, so this is the high. Adam, good to see you, my friend. Where was it? Where was it? Sorry, my bad. It was right here. This was the low we were looking at. Okay, the moment you break this high, so you enter, right? You break this high, you take profit. For sure. If you break structure, you take profit and you put your stop loss on break even. Okay, then the next range is this high right here. Okay, you start already seeing that you get rejected at that high, where you get rejected at the value area low. Okay, you start seeing that it's, you know, facing difficulties. That's when you take another profit. Okay, last one is you break the trend, you close your position. Okay, in this case, this might be a rejection and a further continuation to the downside. But again, I call this a B setup. So I'm not a big fan. I'm still gonna look at it and see how it goes. But I'm gonna be careful with this one. All right. James says, would like to see your opinion on Aether and Solve on Maxi? Aether and Solve on Maxi, okay. All right, we tapped into that short term. Let's see what's going on real quick, guys. Don't want to lose on my gains. TP1 taken. Lower low. No, it's still looking good. Okay. Aether or Aether, sorry. Aether perpetual futures. Let's see what we have. Okay, we need to go to spot first to determine the bias. Okay, once this is clear, we're gonna go to the lower time frame. Yes. Oh wow. We had some information here. Okay. Okay. Same bias. Okay, the daily. I still think that we can come down a little bit lower. I'm still expecting price to come down another 7% or 8% first to come back towards the value area high of this range. So, yeah, once again, this is where I was waiting for. Based upon the daily, I don't remember it, but that's a good thing. Okay, this was the high. We pulled back. We're building that liquidity to the upside right now. Okay, we are starting to see better development. So based upon this low that created that initial expansion, you have one of the best possible entries, okay? And the reason why is because you have such a massive dump. This was a massive sell-off, and this is where the most opportunities are at. What tends to happen in a massive sell-off is the following. You create this high, news event happens, right? Whatever. CEO steps off, or whatever the case may be. FUD, right? Breakdown. All right. Then you look at, okay, from that moment, from that recovery, what was the lowest point from that recovery? That was this low. This low created an expansion to the upside. Okay. We're slowly creeping down. So that's a good sign as well. We're not aggressively coming down. No, we're slowly creeping down. That's a good sign. Okay. People are buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling. So there is still price action. There is still volume. Now, this is where then we look at, okay? This is the low that created that expansion. So now we have to look at this low. Where did this low was created and why was this low created? There, okay? Because of this range. Consolidation, expansion, retracement. We use the fixed range for a profile. And then we wait for it to pull back. So what we want to do, want to wait for price to pull back towards that low at 6444. Wait for first a higher high and a higher low. Then you have your entry. Your stop loss is below. And you target the highs. And that could lead into a massive, beautiful new expansion to the upside, my friend. Okay. That was Aether. Now let's go to the other one. Solve. I can't find it. Okay, I'm Bitmart. Okay. Ooh. No. Yeah, this is a low. So let me look at the line chart. Wow, this is crazy. This is probably no volume. Yeah, keep it low. Keep it. Yeah, the only thing I can say is a simple expansion to the downside, massive expansion to the upside. Something happened from this low. We have never come to that low yet. So let's say you have this level. This could be a nice level where things get interesting to look for an expansion. But I don't know. I don't know enough about it. But that will be around the 1.7 cents. But this is a nice lower low. Okay, from this low and then creating a massive expansion to the upside to this high. Overall trend still bearish, but this might be where you bounce from. And that means that you can come back to that high and it's like a 20% move. But no, this is a tricky one. All right. Any other charts, guys? The Crypto Noob says AVAX short coming along soon. That might be the case. Let's do a little update here. The BTC dominance is still coming down. Okay, we wanna see this getting taken out. Coming towards this range, the 53.26%. We want to see the Tether dominance breaking up. So that's good. We want to see this coming up here right now. The 30-minute is right here. We want to hold definitely in this low to look for a breakout. If we close above here, we're most likely going to break up. And that means that Bitcoin will start coming down, okay? Near is still not there yet. We have that confirmation. Not there. Okay, Bitcoin. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Look at that. Look at that reaction. Now you want to start breaking below the 43.5. If we break below the 43.5, Bitcoin is going to come down most likely towards the 43. This is like we said before, where the most liquidity is built right now at this particular moment. Then Tether is going to break to the upside. Then the Bitcoin dominance hopefully will find some support. And if that's the case, altcoins are going to come down. Near is then an amazing trade opportunity. Anything below the 3.3215 for Near could be leading into a trade. Breakdown, high, and then target. Obviously this range right here, filling up that gap. And so on and so on. In regards to AVAX, we need to see where we're at right now. Because we did made a nice killer move here. On the higher time from the lower time frame, we're still looking strong. Still looking strong. This was a nice reaction. Breakout. 16% move since Tuesday. Let's go to the 5 minute. Yeah, this is a higher high, right? So you see that higher high? Okay. Higher high, fake low, and then a build up towards this low to fill up that gap. And then another expansion to the upside. No, this is still bullish. This is still bullish. There's no confirmation whatsoever here. No, there's no confirmation whatsoever. You really need to start breaking below this level, the 44.49, and then like look at a retest scenario for it to break, turning this into to strong support. This is where we had support, resistance, support. No, break below the 44.49 unless yeah, we can short it. Okay, if we see a higher high and then a higher low, then yeah, fantastic. What would be the best case scenario is a higher high and a lower low. That would increase our chances even more. We keep a close eye on this one, but there's no trade to find in AVAX right now. Unless it's an aggressive buy on the 5 minute. Right here. I know you guys like aggressive buys, if I'm correct, but be careful. I don't see the confirmation yet. As of not for now. Okay. In the meantime, I want to see Phantom as well. We talked about Phantom in the last couple of days. Let's see how this operates or performed right now. Let's see what Phantom did. Phantom made a nice expansion towards the upside here. Oh yeah. Almost there. Almost there. Almost at a weekly, or sorry, daily strong daily high. This is where you put an alert. Okay, put an alert on Phantom. I would highly recommend you to put an alert if you want to short Phantom with us potentially at 0.5050. Okay, so 50 cents. That's a 15.5 cents for Phantom. If we get to that level, all right, then we are at a daily resistance. Super key level to look at. Higher high, strong breakdown. Okay. We're almost there already. So if that's the case, then you are potentially going to get rejected from there and you're going to take out the lows. We might be looking a little bit weaker. We're going to start consolidating, ranging, and that could lead into a massive trade opportunity. Really strong setup here for Phantom here. Okay. When taking this high to this low as well, we're at the 70.5, 79% as well. It's the perfect trade setup. There we go. On the daily time frame and on the lower time frame, you're going to be there in a second here. Phantom is going to be a big one, guys. We're going to add Phantom to the list. Phantom is going to be a big one. Potentially today or tomorrow. I think tomorrow. We're going to wait for consolidation. If you break, boom, you have a trade, and that could turn into a massive risk to reward here. Same as Axie Infinity. I tell you already, Axie Infinity will be an amazing trade setup. Okay? With the point of control, you have the value area low, but I can just see the structure. And the way we're taking out the initial liquidity right here, this will be a nice big trade here. You know what? Let me share this one in the right now in the Discord real quick. Let me do this real quick. And then we have what we need here. Let's get this sorted. Beautiful. There we go. AXS to our short setup. confirm with Tether dominance and BTC. From there, lower time frame. From there, lower time frame setups or lower time frame add-ons are potentially perfect. Okay. Sweet. Okay. AXS, we have it in our list as well here. I want to have at least like 3 more charts. And guys, let me see what we can get right now in the chat. We have been streaming for 1 hour and 25 minutes. Let's throw a couple more, guys. I want to see at least 2 or 3 more. Let's do it. Bitcoin in the meantime, coming down. Coming down. Tether, coming up. Bitcoin dominance is still coming down. So we're almost there. We're almost there. We want to see the Bitcoin dominance also coming up. To be honest, that would be perfect. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, the reason why we want to see Bitcoin coming down, because we have a lot of short setups in our watch list right now that are potentially playing out here. If that's the case, if Bitcoin will actually come down here. So therefore, it's important that Bitcoin does come down and break down here. But man, perfection. Perfection. Okay, so far. Massive level is the 43,500. Derek says Store J. Store J. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Weekly rejection. Okay. That's a weekly rejection right here. That's why. That's why. That's why. Okay. No, this is yeah. This is a short right here. But you have to push up further. You have to push up first. We have to come back to the price action there. This is that 5-minute range. I can tell you this already. This is gonna be very, very nice. If he managed to push up, incredible. If you don't push up, okay, we have another type of trade that we can take here. And that's a simple hourly closure below previous support. So this was resistance, this was resistance, okay? If you zoom in out here, probably we would see this also being resistance as well as support. This was support, this was support. If we start closing an hourly candle below, we might be continuing its momentum, especially if Bitcoin can, gets rejected and Tether breaks up here, okay? Then we might be seeing Storage A still coming down and breaking below here and not pulling back up here. The pullback up will be the best case scenario for us for a nice trade here. But that would mean an hourly closure below the 99 cents, the 99.5, the 99.6 cents to be exact. That means an hourly candle closure below could lead into continuation down. Okay. Adam says, your oil trade is killing it for now. Beautiful, my friend. Oil is coming down? Is it coming down? Okay. So I have to quick look at oil. I have my live stream right here, of course, on my main channel as well, where I have a show. It's called The Setup. I talk about the commodities, oil. I talk about, Forex and so on and so on here. For the people that are new. Yes. Perfection. So far, at least. Okay. Consolidation. Express retracement. Now we're looking at 70.5, 79%. You really want to come down though. Break the 72.6. That's where you take profit and where you put your stop loss on break even. Thank you, Adam, for always paying attention to the setups as well that we give. I really appreciate that. Keep it up, bro. Okay. Bitcoin is currently coming down. We're almost there. All right. Let's see what we have. Hey, are you able to test out my indicator on TradingView? Yeah, let me know which one it is. The crypto noobs is Arbitrum. Okay, let's do 2 more. Arbitrum right here. One more after this. Okay, beautiful. Rejection. On the top, of course. Why? Higher high. Expansion. Finally testing. Rejection. So much liquidity to the downside. It's crazy. So this is not good. This is not good. Very choppy as well. Very choppy. Wow. Very, very choppy. Okay. So let's just draw a trend. Clarify some things here. Okay. Weekly rejection. Lower low. Go to the 30-minute. Break, break. Break. Yeah, we're facing resistance right now at the equilibrium. So this is the 50%. So this is a really lower time frame setup. Okay. You're at the 50% now of a bigger range. Rejection right now. 70.579. This might be selling off right now. This might be a sell. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin dominance is tanking. Okay, we're almost there. The Tether dominance is coming up, so things are looking good for Tether at the moment. This is causing the market to come down. And Bitcoin is coming down more. Bitcoin is probably coming down more right now. There we go. If Tether dominance or Bitcoin dominance finds support, that's your entry for shorts here. We're waiting for it to come a little bit lower. We are coming down. The Bitcoin dominance is coming down. It means that Bitcoin is coming down faster than most altcoins are coming down. So there is more money going out of the total market cap, especially from Bitcoin, rather than altcoins. So the dominance is coming down, right? So therefore, we need to see the dominance stabilizing while Bitcoin is still coming down, while the Tether dominance is still coming up. So far, we're going to see a very big breakout soon. I do believe that this could be a bull trap for a lot of altcoins if we break out here, okay? And we continue its momentum here. We are looking weaker. We're looking much stronger on the Tether dominance. This might be a breakout soon. If the Bitcoin dominance bounces from this range, then the altcoins are gonna tank. That's just a fact. So Bitcoin is coming down now first, but the altcoins are following up very slowly. You see, Near is not really coming down yet. Arbitrum is not really coming down yet. So that's all what we're waiting for right now. We're waiting for the Bitcoin dominance to find support. If the Bitcoin dominance is at support, that's when you enter. And that's where we're gonna look for setups. Okay, so far so good though. Arbitrum might be pushing down here very, very soon, but no confirmation yet. This is just a simple lower time frame setup. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and just a breakdown. Trading like a head and shoulders here. Confirmation, breaking structure to the downside, and looking for a continuation to the downside right here. Stop loss above the highs, target the lows. This is on the 1 minute. So don't risk as much, but it's a nice scalp here. Okay, a nice 2-to-1 scalp if you break down. But again, I like to wait for these type of Bitcoin dominance confirmations because I know that, you know, we can get into the momentum right away. Okay. Kind of says meme or Shiba. Okay, let's do sheep. And then, okay, Gala. And that's it, that's it. Because it's you, Sean. All right. Consolidation. Yeah, this is just, we need higher time frame. Okay. If there is no clear bias, you go to the higher time frame right away. Okay, we closed above weekly resistance. We're trying to hold on towards weekly resistance. So we're still trying to push it. On the daily, we're holding up here. Very choppy as well. This might be this is not looking strong enough. This could be a push down here. So if you come down weekly resistance here, I think what happened was we came into this high right here on the weekly, and we got rejected. And now we're pushing back down. What we need to do right now is we need to start filling up the gap. I think we can come back down towards this zone. So we have two different zones where we are ranging in between. I think that, yeah, this is a rejection already. Now this could be a nice breakthrough moment here towards the downside. Entries though. Let's see, this was in range. This was probably the point of control as well. That's very, very high. Lower low, lower high. Now looking for a lower low. Okay, so this is important. This high, okay, this low. Swipe the lows, lower high, internal lower low. Now we're looking at a low towards this level here. Okay, target for Shiba is the 1. Literally 00001. Shiba Inu. Coming down towards this range right here. Okay. PI algo. Signals overlay price action. Alright, let's check it out real quick. What is it? Hi. Algo. I can't find it, unfortunately. Okay, last one is Gala. Let's do Gala as well, guys. I see definitely Shiba Inu coming down, by the way, breaking down right here. This is not looking that strong. Look at how it's building. This is that range, that rejection point. We know what Bitcoin is doing right now. We know that it's a little bit weaker. Tether, if it starts to break out, then Shiba will break down also. So you don't have to rush it. But if Tether breaks above the 5.7%, then you will see Shiba breaking down, and there is enough momentum to come down towards the lows right. All right, let's check Gala. All right, so this is Gala's still weak, so weak. We have seen some momentum here, but it's still weak. This lower low, this high is the most important high. We're at resistance right now. Major resistance right now. Okay. We got rejected right there, right? Major resistance, weekly resistance. Simple. Easy. And the reason why is because you just come down. You have the weekly here. Look at what happens around the weekly. Support, support, resistance. Very, very simple. So support, support, resistance right there. Ricardo, my man, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the channel. 4-4. This 4-hour candle is weak. It has no bottom wick. It's not looking strong. Lower low, right? Yeah, lower low. Fibonacci, 50% rejection as well. So the 50% is also a rejection point. The key rejection point right here. We can also use this range to see if this is also the point of control. Ooh, a lot of resistance for Gala right now in the 4-hour. A lot of resistance here. 50% point of control, weekly resistance, weekly rejection. 30-minute. 50-minute. Let's go to the 50-minute. Again, smaller range. I would not count this one. This is a little bit of a lower low. This is not a strong low. I would say rejection. At the top. And wait for a confirmation on the lower time frame. So major resistance. We swiped this out already. Wait for a move. Wait for a rejection. A lower low, lower high, and then an entry right here. This could be something. I'm not a big fan of it though. I'm not a big fan of the structure itself here. Let's see if there's another chart that's better. No, I'm not a big fan of the structure. Of the overall structure for Gala. We still have this range right here. This is also important. We can't neglect this range right here. In case. Yeah, we might be going there. If that's the case right here. So, if you don't get that confirmation in the 5-minute, you might be coming up a little bit more. Just because that liquidity is still built up right here. Yeah, I see. I think this is much more reasonable setup here. So you build and take out the liquidity, you get rejected here, you then break structure, you then come down and look for lower lows. Then you go for the lower liquidity built up. I hope that makes sense. I think that's a much clearer vision. Unless you right now come down and break down. But I don't see it happening. Okay. So, yeah, keep a close eye on this range, bro. Okay, this range right here. One more push up, rejection, short. Nice. Okay, I wanted to stop, but you guys are keep feeding me setups here. So, you know, I have to, you know, support the fam. We have 297 subs on this new channel. We need 3 more for the 400. Let's see if we can make that happen today. I'm sure there are 3 people watching right now that are not subscribed. So if you are or aren't, then hit the subscribe button right now. Put on the notification bell. Put on the likes. We have been winning. We have been winning, you know, some trades here lately. What we're doing here is we're making watch lists on a day-to-day basis. Then the next day we look again to see how it performed. Sometimes we're gonna have good days. Sometimes we're gonna have bad days. But we're gonna be profitable. I can assure you that. Okay. H-bar. And Doge. H-bar. There we go. Okay. What's happening with H-bar? Weekly. Alright. Strong weekly breakout. Done. We retested it, right? Perfect. So you came down, you had the weekly break, the weekly retest. After this weekly retest, we saw a 25% gain. We came into support as well here on the lower time frame. I think it was like a 4-hour zone. Yeah, nice range. Really clean. Yeah, that was the perfect trade. Right here. Okay. Now we created a higher high. Higher low, higher high, higher low. Very bullish. Very bullish still. I would not look for shorts here. The reason why I would not look for shorts is because of the fact that you're literally in price discovery at least. Or I'm wrong. I'm wrong. But you are also breaking new resistance as well here. So nothing changes. You're still at weekly resistance here. So now I would definitely look at no sells here. No sells here. What needs to happen is you need to break this high as well. Or you need to pull back and then look for new longs towards the upside eventually again. Like don't try to short, don't try to time the top. It's just gonna be a little bit too risky, especially with these type of chart setups right here. Now we're compressing though. Now we're compressing. Okay, so we're compressing. Now anything can happen. So now be careful of a breakout and a confirmation in either direction. That depends on Bitcoin. That depends on the Bitcoin dominance, and it depends on the Tether dominance. Okay, so H-bar, what I can say now, there's not much to say when you're up already that much. It should be better to come down a little bit and look for better opportunities. But, you know, it's still looking too strong. I would suggest to hold it if you're an investor. All right. Last one. Last one. Let's look at the ICP. Internet computer, okay? People are really bullish on this one for some reason. Really, really bullish on this one. We're coming down, and I think quite aggressively as well. Yeah, this is just easy continuation. So high low, lower low, foundation, expansion retracement, lower time frame. It's gonna be a 5-minute entry. 5-minute entry. This is clean. This is good. This is good. Value area low I would trade from. High to low. 62%. This is a nice trade. Lower low. This is where I would take an entry. I would take an entry at around 8.876. Stop loss, I will put at, yeah, you could put it above the highs. But that depends then on our target. If the target is big enough. Oh yeah, there's a massive gap below. Yeah. Target is big enough. Oh yeah. I will put the stop loss above the highs here. That's a good risk to reward. And that could lead into continuation. I like it. This was the high that created a massive expansion. It took out the compression. You're retesting the compression. And you get rejected. You look for continuation here. The ICP looks like a nice potential short trade. I'm going to add this one to the list for sure. This is a nice particular setup to look at. Okay, we have a nice big list today built up, guys. Here, we're going to go through it real quick here. Woo. We're still in Woo here. TP1 was taken when we broke structure. Okay, stop loss is a break even for Woo. Casta, we are looking at a push up first to see if we can get rejected there to look for further continuation down. NTRN, we have bullish momentum in case we, you know, Bitcoin tends to turn or whatever the case may be, right? The USDT tends to break down and cannot break the highs or whatever the case may be. NTRM is this particular bounce right here coming back, looking for further continuation. Then we have, to sum it up as well, Arbitrum. Very risky trade on the lower time frame. I would risk, if you want to take that breakout to the downside at 113.67, I would risk a little bit less, okay? Litecoin right now is at that level. Okay, so Litecoin is now right there. That's interesting. Look at that. Litecoin was there and is pushing down already. We're up, down around what, 0.22%. Wow. Go to lower time frame. So you see that that Litecoin came up in the meantime and is now getting rejected right at our range. Wow. Yeah, lower time frame. And the break is 17.34. That could be the break that leads to continuation. Okay, Litecoin. Yeah, Litecoin is the first one to look at after the stream. That's good here. Then we have Near. Okay, Near right now, we talked about Near already. Near is also potentially getting rejected right now. Near is in weekly resistance, so that's an important factor to mention. Strong weekly resistance right now, and it is indeed pushing down here. So again, we have this high, we have this low, we have this lower high. We want to see a lower low. Okay, Near potential, also downside potential right here, as you guys can see. Okay, then we have AXS. That's the key trade. Okay, that would be the best possible scenario. If we can take a trade from Axie Infinity, the 76189, top loss above the point of control or above the highs, and we target the lows all the way down here. And then on the lower time frame, you can wait for a confirmation and you can take an extra trade if you want to. Okay, it could also be that the value area low will not be the level, but it will be the point of control. If it's a point of control, you put your stop loss for sure above the 7.9 and you have a higher risk to reward setup. Okay, regardless, it's actually a benefit. Okay, so even if you would simply lose a trade, it's not a problem. Okay, if you risk 1%, then you take a next trade right here at the point of control, you risk there, and if that one then plays out, you will make at least, you know, a 6 or 5 to 1 to the downside. You will make your money back. Even a 1 to 1 here could already lead into, you know, again, like we said before, just making your money back at least, and just, you know, breaking even again on your position here. So sometimes it's losing to win. It's also a strategy that you can implement in order to become profitable. Okay, Axie Infinity Bake. Same thing like we said before with Near. That could be something. Not really super big fan, but it could be playing out because you're still at strong weekly support, and it could turn this into weekly support right here. Okay, so that could be a breakout, pullback, continuation down. But again, the market right now is looking more for shorts than longs. Do take that in consideration. Pepe, like we said before, a B setup, I would risk 50%. If you see a rejection at the point of control, then you might be continuing with the momentum to the downside. Phantom, okay, very, very nice setup for Phantom. High probability. This is a daily level to look at. Daily high. You haven't been there in a very long time. We're talking about around 7 months. We're now back at that level. This might be a level where you can get rejected from. This could lead into a big trade here, maybe tomorrow on the weekend. Okay, and then we have ICP. We talked about it just now. All right, we have some setups for today. Let's see how it operates here. If you guys see some more setups along the way, let me know in Discord, no problem. In the meantime, Tim is giving his signals also every single day for you. And we have been winning, you know, absolutely significantly right here. So just keep it up, guys. Let's keep up with the momentum. Let's make sure that we're going to be here on a day-to-day basis to see how we develop. So far, you've been winning hard here. So what we want to do is just continue the process, make money, analyze together, absolutely enjoy the structure we're building here. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you for now here. I'm going to say bye to the chat real quick. There we go. If you watch to the end here, I really appreciate your effort and putting in the work. A lot of setups, a lot of things to look at here. And we're gonna keep doing this. Keep building this out. It's gonna be amazing. One more time, if you're new, of course, make sure that you are in our Discord, okay? And if you want to join our Discord and our VIP, you know what to do. Sign up in an exchange, deposit $100 on your account, and trade then with that money with Tim's signals. Use Bitget. This is what I use. This is what Tim uses. Very good exchange. Okay. Thank you, Pavel. Thank you, Bart. Thank you, Johnny. Great to see you again, Rafal, Marcy, Martol. What happened? Cosmos, my man. Cowboy. Amazing Cowboy. Kazi, Zar. Much love, guys. Gonna see you tomorrow again, okay? Take care. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye.